Well, hey guys. So I missed yesterday. I know. And I recorded a video on my phone but never uploaded it because honestly, lazy, but also just it was more venting and complaining than anything. So I'm like, frig it. Not about Veganuary, not gonna, never mind. So, Veganuary. Finally found something current, and of course I had to wait till January started. I thought because it was, approaching New Year's that I'd be able to find some stuff prepping for Veganuary, stuff like that, but I guess not. But yeah, so let's just get into this new video. This is fair use, by the way, reacting to videos, okay? I might have to speed this person up, but we'll see. Oops. Aw, man. Where'd it go? It was, here we go. Bling!
Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome and Happy New Year! It is officially 2026 and today is my 1-year YouTube anniversary, so it's a very exciting day. I'm Carrie, I'm a 30-year-old vegan living in Bristol in
I don't know if veganism changes the voice. Like, I thought she was older. She sounded young, but also old. I don't know. Like, okay, some people I've heard it can change the voice a little bit. But I don't know. She doesn't sound young to me. Because she talks kind of slow. Let's speed this up, people. Do they have to? They keep slamming that freaking garbage can, man. Where is it? Voice boost. How many more crappy, stupid settings do you need in here? Where is it?
UK. I have been vegan for 9 years today, so 9
Oh my god, no wonder. 9 years vegan, that's why you sound like that.
years ago I did Veganuary and never looked back, and
Actually, maybe it's not so much old, she sounds sick. I don't know. When Vegan Deterioration first started her channel, she remembers noticing like that sound. Like, excuse me. I've listened to old recordings of myself because I record, like, I like to have, conversations with people, and sometimes I'll record them more so for me than anything else, right? And yes, they know that I'm recording them. I'm not sharing them here, but I could share maybe a sample of my old voice. But like, the only time my voice ever truly sounded messed up was when I had the sinus infection. After that, and I was treated for that about 10 years ago now. Actually, that would be 10 years ago now because it was like 2015, I think, that I got treated for it. I think was it 2015 or 2016? I think it was 2015. Yeah. Yep, 2015. So, yeah, that was the only time my voice ever really sounded messed up. So,
I live with my fiance who is not vegan, but he does eat vegan at home with me. And he does attempt Veganuary each year, so I think
You better not force him. Ever. And good luck trying to have kids. I don't think you're going to be able to succeed, but you better make sure that kid eats meat. You better. if you're gonna have kids, I don't know how you're gonna do it because you've been vegan for so long that, sorry, when you go vegan and you're vegan for long enough, you might not feel malnourished, but there are things that might stop working. Like, you might not feel that things are wrong. You might even have a normal period. However, you might have stuff going on in your uterus or with your hormones that you might not even realize. Even if you look healthy, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be healthy. I was that way. I didn't realize I was, I looked young and like, maybe not strong, but I looked young and had youthful skin and everything on the days that, especially on the days that I didn't have acne, but it did show more in my complexion, my anemia, like the pale, my skin was really pale, like almost sick. Maybe that's all you have, and maybe you just, I just have really fit. No, you're vegan. Don't even.
Got as far to maybe like the 25th last year, so let's see if he can do the full month. That would be very good. Well,
no, you're really, what you're really thinking is, why aren't you freaking vegan? Get the freak off the freaking dairy and meat and eat some gosh dang vegan food. Gosh dang it. That's what you're really thinking. All of them think this. I don't care what you feel and how you. That's why, because he knows you're. I'm just making him be vegan at home, but he can't be. No. Don't even. You hate the fact he eats meat, and you want to force him. You're just playing this nice on YouTube.
I am doing Low Spend January 2026, so I did a low spend challenge last year.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that because then your stuff's going to be very low quality. Doesn't matter if it's vegan or otherwise.
January, and this year I'm switching it up a little bit because we have such full cupboards, fridge and freezer. So I am still doing a low spend, but I am doing a much lower spend than last year because I will have access to everything in my fridge, freezer and pantry. So this is a bit of a low spend and also more of a pantry challenge as well. Let's see.
She's a little fast in this section, I guess. I didn't realize.
If we can eat down and how little money we can spend. The rules for this challenge are simple. I have a maximum of £50 per person budget, and
50. That would probably be about $75 here. I'm just guesstimating, but maybe even 80, but I don't know. I'd probably spend that much for myself, but it's because I'm smaller. Maybe if I was bigger, I would be spending more, but even then, like, I only buy the ground beef and the liver and maybe a few little snack things. Snack things being like meat, sticks or packages with meat in it, that kind of stuff. But the thing is meat, you really can't alter the nutrition all that much. I mean, maybe if you cook it down or dry it out, I don't even know, but like, can you really, truly, like vegan products you can easily, especially if you combine them with other things. Meat's meat. The more Dr. Barry speaks, the more that I trust him. I haven't watched him in ages now, but he has even said, like, you can't, no matter what they put in there, you can't alter the nutrition of meat. Cooking it down slightly maybe, but you can't, meat will stay meat. So
that is going to last us for the whole month of groceries. I will have access to all my spices, oils and anything that's in my cupboards, and £50 per person is the limit. That is not the challenge, so hopefully
that's not the challenge? Huh? You said low spend. What? You make no sense. I guess
will come in even lower than that. Now, a bit of housekeeping before I show you what we're starting with is that I do have a couple of weekends where I will be away. So my Christmas present actually from my fiance is that we're going for a long weekend in Malta, which I'm super excited for. I studied in Malta for a year as part of Erasmus, and it was an amazing year, and I love the island so much. So it's literally so exciting that we're going to be going there. My fiance's never been. So just really looking forward to that. And I also am going to a couple of gigs with my friends over a long weekend. So again, I won't be at home for that. I will be asking my fiance to record what he eats in that time. So I will do a weekly roundup of everything that was eaten, and then if we bought anything that week and what we spent. So that's going to be how the layout goes. But obviously it won't be a full month because of those couple trips away.
I feel like her voice is like high pitched. Now that I sped her up, it almost sounds like her voice is like chipmunk. It's so weird.
Okay, all that being said, I'm going to show you what we're starting off with. It is around midday on New Year's Day right now, and I don't normally film and edit on the same day, but if you can't hear it,
oh my gosh, listen to the voice.
in my voice, I've been a little bit under the weather, so I let it.
Okay, so she has actually been sick in this. Okay, interesting. But what's her normal voice? And I feel like the energy in this, it might be fake. I don't know.
Until the last minute, where hopefully my voice is sounding a bit more human than it has done in the last couple of days to film this. So
sorry, but vegans get this voice even when they're not sick. So yeah, I'm sorry. I might not be able to hear a difference. I'll check out another video, but I don't know if I'll be able to hear much of a difference.
Haven't eaten anything yet, so I am going to be filming what we've got and then making myself some lunch stat. So I recently did a tour of my kitchen where I went through the fridge, freezer and pantry, and that was really in-depth. So I am going to try and amalgamate things and show you like I would a grocery haul rather than doing a tour through each cupboard and shelf, etc. If you are interested in more of that level of detail, then I will link up above my kitchen tour. That was a few weeks ago now, so I've eaten some of that and things have changed a little bit. I've bought some stuff as well, but everything that you see has not come out of the budget yet. It's all last year's budget. And we did go into Lidl and Aldi and get a couple of bits from them before this budget started, just because we were really keen to try some of their January finds. So that's
So your challenge, okay, I figured it out now. Your challenge is lower, to aim for lower than 50 pounds per person. How's that even gonna work out? What? That would be like me trying to, the only way to achieve that for me would be to spend less, like, and buy less things. Like, how? I could never make that work. You can't. And the way that things are being priced now, like, no. The whole entire world's economy is going down the crapper, and you're only gonna be allowing yourself to spend under 50 pounds? My mind is, no wonder I didn't get it.
And that's why I'm not doing a full pantry challenge of trying no spend, because it is for January. Lots of things come out for January for vegans, and I don't want to miss out on that entirely. So we'll see how much of the budget actually goes to food and how much of it goes to the January funds. So without further ado, let's get into it. I am going to show you what proteins I've got, what carbs, what veggies, etc. Okay, so the first thing I got here is all of our proteins, and
you need fat, by the way. You need coconut, well, butter really. You need actual saturated fats from animals, sorry. You need meat from animals, sorry. You need well, you probably would also need water. I don't know what the water situation is in your area, but you definitely do not want to be vegan, because humans were never vegan, are not vegan, and it doesn't matter how you twist it, nothing is vegan. A plant will absorb you. Like, after you've died and you're in the ground, plants will, once you've decomposed enough, the plants will absorb you and eat you, because that's how the life cycle goes. I'm not just saying that to be morbid, okay?
I have helpfully amalgamated all of our proteins into one freezer drawer. So First thing I've got here is a sage and onion stuffed tofu roasting joint. This was...
Oh, you gotta get flavored stuff. Wow. You're about to get really screwed over because they're gonna be putting a tax on your sweetened stuff, so you better watch it there. I mean, this is supposed to be savory, but still.
I believe from Aldi, and we had already decided what we wanted for our Christmas dinner, and we did have that. So we had the This Isn't Roast and Linda McCartney chicken roast, which was delicious. But we saw this and really...
What? Chicken roast. Let me go back.
That, so we had the This Isn't Roast and Linda McCartney chicken roast, which...
Stop calling things chicken when they're not chicken. Stop calling things salmon when they're not salmon. The EU has banned that, by the way, so you better watch yourself. The EU is not okay with you calling things chicken that aren't chicken. You better start calling it the proper name. Okay? You better start.
It was delicious, but we saw this and really wanted to try it, and this was $4.99 from Aldi. I'm not going to tell you the price of everything, but just I know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's probably like $6 Canadian. Don't give a crap. It's junk.
Also from Aldi are these two chicken breasts, and these are absolutely delicious. They're quite cheap and just really yummy. We love them. So
no, you want chicken, and you love chicken. You want chicken. I hate chicken. You can have all the chicken in the world because I hate it. If I ever get served chicken again, I'll make you eat mine. You need chicken. You need real chicken.
these kind of go in and out of stock. I think they're counted as a seasonal item.
Ooh, in and out of stock, huh? That's how you know the vegan movement is dying.
So very excited to see these. So there are 2 in there. Okay, next is seitan, and we have got tons of this ham seitan.
Satan. Just call it what it is. Satan's creation. That's what it is. It certainly does what Satan, you know, that's why they call it Satan. Really, it's Satan. Okay, let's be honest. It's named after him. Okay? You're basically honoring him. I'm not one for religious talk, but you're basically honoring him by eating that because you're saying to your stomach, I want you to do the worst possible crap to my gut.
We've got 9 packs of ham seitan, so, I mean...
Not ham, idiot. Not ham. Satan's creation. That's it. That's it.
I'm not anticipating that we get...
Satan's food. You're stealing Satan's food. No wonder it wrecks our stomachs. Satan is supposed to eat that, not you.
Going to use all of that within this month, but I definitely think we can make a good dent. This can go on top of pizza. I have a plan to make some omelette bites. I've done some omelette muffin things with...
Oh, and are people in Malta, are they completely vegan? You better be nice to your friggin' fiance and let him eat all the meat he wants. Selfish little jerk. I bet you... Look, I know what you're like. Vegans play this nice on YouTube. Some do. There are vegans that don't hide it, but some vegans do. They hide it. I know what you're. The only reason your fiance eats vegan at home is because he knows what you're gonna do. Why are you eating that? What are you doing?
Chickpea flour before, and I think this would go really nicely in there. I think a ham fried rice would be delicious. I've got some plans, so yeah, we're going to try and eat down a fair amount of this ham at least, but this was...
Ew. Satan's creation. Again.
On offer in Heron Foods. It was like 69p. It's also new, so you'll see this in stores.
Wait, did you say 69? Oh, pence? Is it pence? You just said p. Pound also starts with p. So you gotta talk in lingo that people who don't live in the UK would understand, because I didn't know what p was. I was like, wait, p? Pound is p? How do you get anything for under a pound? Like, you can't even get anything under $1 here.
For like £3, I think, or something, and we paid 69p for it, so very happy with that. Next,
Oh, that can't be very good to eat then. If that was supposed to be £3 and you only paid 69 pence for it, holy, oh God, oh God, oh God. You're going to be sick. You won't even be you're going to be sick again.
Have a ton of tofu. This is the teriyaki tofu from Lidl. We 5 of these, 180 grams. So this is 2 portions in here. Now,
180, that's all? That's it. Don't you remember what they've told you? You have to eat like 5 times the protein to get anything meaningful out of vegan protein?
we have used it with as is, which is great. But because we've got more...
I am glad that there's no... What would I describe it like? Seizure-inducing music. I don't have seizures, okay? But I felt my mind doing like these weird sensations during that last video, and then I tried recording that other video, and it I closed the app out before I saved it because stupid. At least that day I was. It was awful. And I did complain a lot about like that seizure-inducing music. My mind was making me. I felt really weird, and my brain was like, ugh. I felt these weird sensations down my body, and it was like, no. So, guys, you gotta watch the music because you could really, really trigger an epileptic.
Of this flavor tofu, I might actually wash off a couple of these and just have it as plain, so that...
Ew! Tofu is disgusting as it is. Ew. Why?
We don't have to go out and buy plain tofu. So we'll see how we go. But it is really nice. But it also...
Why would you need plain? Why? You flavor it anyway.
It doesn't sink in fully. So I think I could wash it off and still do a good other flavor with it. And then finally on the tofu front...
See what I mean? You flavor it anyway. Idiot.
I have one of these.
And lazy. You're more lazy than I've ever been since I got my anemia treated. Like truly treated. I'm not talking about just the infusion, but like figuring out the diet that actually raised my ferritin. That level of treated, okay? Idiot.
Tofu Co. Naked tofu. This is actually the best tofu. It's just expensive, so we hardly ever get it. But I love this tofu, and we got this from Olio, so this was completely free. But you can find this in most supermarkets. So that is the tofu. Okay, next. Treats and red pepper sausages. We got these for 79p from Heron Foods. Went in the other day and they still had some, so got 2 more boxes. So we...
You want meat, guys? This is why you buy this stuff, because your fiance craves, wants, needs meat. Needs. He needs meat, and you're just upset. You're just upset. You're trying to, well, you can eat this. I know you're hiding what you're really feeling.
We have 14 treats and sausages. Oh no, there's another box here. I stand corrected. We have 20 treats and sausages. So again, not anticipating that we'll use all of this, but I think we should be able to eat down a good amount. On the Linda McCartney theme, these are also 79p from Heron. We've just got these 2 burgers. These were 79p from Heron, and they're the Green Cuisine Southern Fried Grills.
See how you're craving meat? Just get real meat. My God.
These are lovely. We've had 1 box of these already. There are 3 boxes, so 6 like Southern Fried fillets.
I bet you that's why your fiance goes and eats meat behind your back, because he hates this stuff, really. He doesn't want to admit it to you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But deep down, this is disgusting. Watch your face in the mirror. I guarantee you. Sit down, put a little mirror in front of you. If you can stand it up, do that. But otherwise, hold it with one hand, take a piece of whatever of that on your fork, take a bite, watch your face as you eat it. Watch your eyes. What do they do? Do they go, oh, wow? Or do they like, oh, okay? And then you just like try to like, I guarantee you're not gonna look happy. Watch yourself, film yourself eating. Watch yourself eat. I never had that response to any sort of food. Now, sometimes I think, usually if I have that response to food, it means that I'd been working on empty and didn't really realize I hadn't eaten. And then I got so hungry that I was like, dude, I need to friggin' eat. And then I eat and it's like, oh. That's the only time I ever respond like that to food. But I also don't cringe or like grimace or anything when I eat. So there's that.
I guess there we have one portion of tempeh, which is from the Asian supermarket, and I might go back and get some more this month, we'll see. But it's only £2.80.
Then you may as well get some plain tofu, because if you're going to go back and buy more. Sorry, but in this day and age, you cannot spend under £50.
For 400 grams. So definitely a top tip for you. If you're buying tempeh, then it's much cheaper to go into Asian supermarkets and buy it rather than the regular supermarket.
Well, there you go, see?
And then I have got these, which I still haven't eaten, chickpea burgers, which I made. There's 2 in here, so definitely.
It almost sounds like she's saying begas. I was almost gonna be like, what are begas? This accent. Like, it's not even like burgers. Burgers.
Have those as lunches. I then have one of the no beef Wellington from Aldi and one.
See how you're wanting food, like actual, this is why you're buying all this stuff. Because your body is screaming for, this is supposed to be the transition food, honey bun. You're in this for 9 years. Why are you eating all this crap? You should only be eating plants and like actual plants, like vegetables and fruits and beans. As they are, not this stuff. Why are you eating this stuff? You're 9 years in. Why are you eating all this? This isn't for you.
On nut roast from Sainsbury's, so we will have a roast dinner, and one of us, well, I'll have the nut roast and my fiance will have the Wellington because he doesn't like nut roast. So that is all of our frozen protein, so I'll just put this away. Okay, next up I've got frozen veg. This is a much smaller amount.
Of course it is, because you really want meat. You're a carnivore trying to pose as an herbivore.
These sliced mixed peppers, which haven't actually been opened yet. These are from Aldi, 500 grams.
They haven't been opened? And were they in the freezer? Let me go back here.
So I'll just put this away. Okay, next up I've got frozen veg. This is a much smaller amount. Got these sliced mixed peppers, which haven't actually been opened yet. These are from Aldi, 500 grams.
I mean, I hope they're in the freezer because, yikes.
We have half the bag of broccoli florets here. And again, I think this is a kilo. Yeah, a kilo. So about 500 grams of broccoli. Green beans, we've probably got about 200 grams of green beans. And then we have got 3 bundles left of this whole leaf spinach. So
kidney stone, what's the word I'm looking for? Kidney stone central.
We are quite low on frozen veg. We'll definitely have to buy some more as the month goes on. For frozen fruit, I've got maybe 1 portion of blueberries left. So this is definitely on the shopping list. Next up is bread items. I do keep all of these in the freezer because we don't eat it enough to have it out before it goes moldy. And we mostly get yellow stick.
How does this all fit? Is this a deep freeze? Because obviously blind, can't see that if it's a deep freeze or not, but how would all this fit otherwise? I mean,
the orange sticker bread as well, so freezing it is the best option. So I have 1 sesame seed bagel, which I'm probably gonna have for my lunch today, so this is gonna last one day. Flatbreads we got from Olio for free. I've got 1 left in this packet and then 4 here. These Italian sub rolls from Lidl, I've got 3 in here. Again, we got these reduced. We just have a plain white bread from Lidl.
What happened to whole wheat? What happened to whole wheat? I thought you were 9 years in. You should be all up in that fiber.
And only 2 pieces are gone from this, so it's pretty much a whole loaf of bread. And then we also have these 4 garlic baguettes from Heron Foods, so that will last us, I hope, the month as well in garlic bread. Potato products, we have these hash browns, and I think we've had 6 out here, so still a fair amount. And then we also have these crinkle cut chips from Heron.
How are her hands not stinging? My hands would be so bad. Like, I wouldn't be able to touch all of this and not be like, ah. Now the bags probably don't hold on to that, because I mean glass really does. Like I have special glass that can be frozen, that like tempered glass. But like, still frozen. My hands would be like, even on, I don't know if bags would be any different, but.
Foods, and only one portion has been taken from here, so we've still got the majority of these. Now these are the only dessert things that we have in the freezer really, and it's these vegan Titan ice creams. They're like dupes of Mars ice cream, but vegan. These
again, ice cream. Cream. You are a carnivore posing as an herbivore. At least I'm a carnivore, like most of my diet is meat, but I'm not out here claiming I'm a carnivore posing as claiming I'm an herbivore posing as a carnivore. I'm actually eating mostly carnivore. I'm not even saying I'm full carnivore. I'm true to people when I tell people what I eat, because I mean, hello. But this is ridiculous. And again, I'm going to say it for the people in the back who still believe this. Plants are for medicine, or just simple enjoyment, or if you're really, really starving and there's nothing else around.
From Aldi, and they are January specific, so I'm sure we're going to buy more of these throughout the month because we want to try and stockpile a bit so that we've got some for the rest of the year. But these are so good, and there's one left in here and 4 in there. Finally, we have kind of miscellaneous freezer items. So 1 tomato red pepper soup, 2 lentil.
Ow. Okay, I know that would hurt. Touching all of this stuff here that has like, that's in cans, like prepped. Ow.
Carrot soup. And we have 1 of these tortellonis from Lidl, which is just the tomato and basil one. And then these choc chip griddle waffles, the majority of those as well.
Choc chip. How old are you? You need chocolate chips? How old are you?
Oh, I always forget about these, so I actually really need to prioritize eating these because they've been in there a while. Okay, so for cheese.
Oh, you need to prioritize it. No, you're just hungry. And you'll go for anything. You'll go for anything. Plus, your mental state is going down to a 2-year-old. So
these, we've got 2 Cathedral City blocks. These were £1 from Heron, so these 2 have been frozen. And
what are those? What are those? Because I've never heard of that. City? Did she say?
These, we've got 2 Cathedral City blocks. These.
I don't know what that is.
For £1 from Heron, so these 2 have been frozen. And then we also still have some of our vegan selection box from Aldi. We have got about half of the black pepper mature cheddar, and we haven't opened.
How do you know it's vegan? Just because it might say vegan on it? Again, look at the labels. Look, not just at the labels, but look at the ingredient lists too.
And this cranberry one yet. I'm not going to like this, but my fiance will have it. So fresh veg. I know this seems like a lot, but this is actually really not a lot at all. We have 2 part-used bags of potatoes. So 1 Maris Piper, which has got like 3 potatoes left in there, and then 1 just regular white potatoes, and this has got maybe half the bag. These were both bought before Christmas, so I need to prioritize using them for sure. Also,
if they're in the freezer, they'll last a longer time. What do you mean? You have to prioritize them.
This bag of sweet potatoes, we had a voucher on Lidl Plus, so these were entirely free. So I think this is a kilo. Yeah, a kilo of sweet potatoes.
You can't get anything for free anymore. What are you talking about?
I have got 3 bags of these shallots. These were 5p in Lidl before Christmas. So I actually need to probably chop up and process these 2 bags and freeze them. And then we've
Oh, so these aren't frozen then.
got 1 bag still going here. And then finally, a couple carrots here too, which again have been bought a while ago, so I need to prioritize these. So this is all of our fresh veg, so it's not a lot at all and not much variety, so we definitely will need to get some fresh veg at some point, and we currently have no fresh fruit in the house, so that is like uber priority. These are the cupboard proteins.
Nothing is uber priority when it comes to plants. Nothing is. You know what's uber priority? Eating a human specific diet. Yes, humans have a very specific diet, and it's actually carnivores. A carnivore diet. Or a heavily meat-based diet. That's how we grew our brains. Did you know that vegans' brains shrink They do.
We have 4 boxes of the Future Tuna. So we've been eating through that very well. This was 49p from Heron Foods.
Ew.
So that's
Stop calling things tuna when they're not tuna. Stop calling things meat when they're not meat. Sorry, but the EU is getting on you guys for that. Not in a literal sense. They're not coming after channels or anything, but stop.
why we've got so many. So I'm sure we'll finish these this month. I still have like 10 cans of these cheesy beans, so I really need to prioritise big beans. And then we did also get these beans and sausages from Aldi because they were cheaper there than they are anywhere else. So this was for January buy. I didn't know where to put cashews, so we've got about 1 mac and cheese worth of cashews left in here. These white beans, priority to get these eaten.
You're so hungry. That's what happens when you're 9 years vegan.
Chickpeas, and also chickpeas and water. Lentil stew, and then 2 chili black beans as well. So we are doing very well for proteins. I actually don't want to buy any protein this month because we have so much in the freezer and the cupboard. So I want to get through.
You need meat though. That's the problem, is you're not eating meat. If you're going to end up going through all of that in a month, that means that you're still not getting enough protein. Do you know how much that says about how much you can actually pack away? Dude, I barely go through, like, meat can last me a while because it fills you.
Everything before we even think about it. Okay, these are the carbs. Obviously, I've already shown you potatoes, which counts as that, and obviously the bread as well. Cream crackers, we've only got a few left, so I'm sure.
Cream crackers? Never heard of that, but you want cream.
We'll use those up in the next couple of days. We have got probably about half a box of lasagna sheets. This Indonesian fried rice is my fiance's. We've still got 1 fajita kit left. We have got probably about 4 portions of penne. We have probably got about 4 portions, maybe 3 portions of spaghetti. We have got over 1 kilo of white rice, and we have got just under 1 kilo of oats. So I think that we're doing pretty well on the carb front as well. In addition, on the carb front, we have 1 gnocchi left, which needs to be prioritised because this is out of date now. And then we have a ton, like literally a basket full of instant noodles, which my fiance eats for lunch. So we have so much. I'm not going to show you all the noodles because it's just ridiculous, but it's a whole basket just full of them. In terms of snacks / treats, we've still got some left over from
Oh, you need snacks and treats because you're 2 years old mentally.
Christmas. So we have these little gingerbread houses. We have got the majority of a packet of rich tea biscuits. We've got about half a bag of these Skittles, about half left of these Oreo assortments, 1 bag of Induja flavour crisps from Morrison's, and then my fiance still has tons of these wasabi rice crackers. So many of these. Almost forgot, we've got half of this Galaxy crumbled cookie, which actually neither of us particularly like. So
why do you have it? Why do you have it?
I'm sure we'll finish it though. And then I've got about 1/4 left of this mint.
Oh, it's no good, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. What?
Cream bar. This is from Lidl. It's so good and it's accidentally vegan. So would really.
Oh, it is it? It is? Really? You sure there's no eggs way far down on the friggin' label there? Accidentally vegans are probably better off because you're buying stuff that's vegan, that says vegan on it, doesn't mean it is actually vegan. Doesn't mean anything.
Really recommend this actually from Lidl. Yeah.
I feel like if I went in today, wrote vegan, put the vegan thing on beef, a vegan would snatch it up. They wouldn't know, man, this looks like real beef. Oh my goodness. And they eat it. They cook it up and eat it. They're like, wow, this was the best beef that I ever tasted. Then they realize the vegan... You are so dumb.
Got like dairy items here. I've got half of this oat cream, more than half of this custard.
You're hungry for dairy and meat.
And then we have got 2.5 litres of Outpro here in these 500ml ones. These are 39p.
She is making me want to... That's what she's making me want to do. Her voice, man.
From Heron Foods. And these are best before the 19th of Jan. And then we've got 3 of these litres of barista oat. Again, this was from Heron Foods. 3 for £1, I believe, maybe, or maybe 69p each. I'm not sure. But
how the heck? I don't understand how you can sell something for £70 or 70 pence. And like, just, what? How does that even work? You can't get anything for under $1 here. Like, you would think that you could at least get something for $1 here. You can't. You can't. If that was the case,
a very good deal, whatever. So usually we go through between 2 and 3 litres per week. So I would say that for the first 2 weeks of January, we won't need to buy oat milk, and we'll see if it lasts us any longer. Okay, and these are just miscellaneous tins. So we've got 1 coconut milk, we have 1 jackfruit, and we have 1 Thai curry in a can.
My goodness, you're out of breath. I don't think it's just because of the cold, because you weren't exactly like out of breath at the freezer, but now you're going around doing all of this. You're out of breath. You're out of breath.
Sauces, we have so many, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the fridge and the sauces in there. We also have vegan mayo stockpiled in the cupboard, so we won't run out of that. But we do have these 2 masala tikka sizzler and spicy masala sizzler sauces that we need to use for curries. And then I'll just show you. You can see here we've got soy sauce, vinegar, oil, and avocado oil. And then I will show you what's in the fridge sauce-wise, because I'm not getting it all out. Sauce-wise, this is what we're working with. We have curry sauce, we have garlic and herb sauce, gochujang sauce, ketchup, mayo, fish and chip sauce, and then
fish and chip sauce. Fish and chip sauce. What would go on fish and chips? I know my mom would put lemon on fish, but like, what would go on the fries? We call them fries, for those who don't know. What would go on the, what?
From Christmas, we've still got loads of drinks. We've got wine. We've got more sauces. We've got more. So there is no point in me going through that.
More. Yeah, let's clog our arteries with man-made oils. Perfect.
We have some icing and we have some margarine. We've got probably about a quarter of margarine left, so we might need to get some of those. And then
icing for what? Right, because you're 2 years old and you need cake after every little meal, don't you? I want cake. No, you want meat. You want meat, you want cheese, and you want more meat and fish. You want eggs and cheese and meat and fish. That's what you want.
If I bring you over here, we've got oils and sauces and various seasonings. So we are starting from a very good stockpile here. So that is everything that we are starting from. And I know you might be thinking, Carrie, why are you buying anything at all this month? You could probably last a full month. I guess technically we could.
Okay. I think I'm done watching that. Yeah. So, wow. Wow. Insane. Just, wow. Yeah. Crazy. So, that's it. She's hungry. She wants meat. Look, you heard all of the protein sources. Quote unquote protein sources. You heard it. How? Excuse me. How can you make that all work? I don't get it. You want meat, woman. You're 9 years in. You shouldn't be eating that stuff anymore. You should be just fruit, veg, and leaves. That's what you should be eating. You're a herbivore, remember? Remember? You're a herbivore? Don't you remember? They didn't tell you you're a herbivore? You're actually a herbivore, remember? Honestly. No, we're carnivores, but you're posing as a herbivore, and you know that, and yeah. If you look more into it, look at the digestive tract of the human, like actually look at the digestive tract of a human. Don't look up a vegan representation. Look up the human digestive tract from just a regular scientific source, and you will see that we are more fit to be a carnivore than even omnivore. We can be omnivore, but we can't just eat plants like that. We can't just keep eating plants and plants and plants and plants and plants for 9 years straight. That's not what it's meant to do. Plants are supposed to hold off starvation. They're not supposed to be, or be medication. They're not supposed to be used for your only source of food for 9 years. I said what I said. Okay? Anyways, guys, that's it for this. I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully I don't close it out before I save it. And yeah, later, guys. Carps!